Should we buy or sell LBRY credits? First off, read this disclaimer carefully and do your good deed of today by liking and subscribing. So, we can find LBRY here. LBRY Credits /US dollar, LBC /USD. Okay, so let's look at their website. So LBRY does to publishing what Bitcoin did to money. Join top creators and more than 10 million people on LBRY, an open, free, and fair network for digital content. So they have this website, odyssey.com. My DiamondArm channel is there as well. And it's a very good platform, because we need to also consider that the LBRY team, the development team, is minuscule compared to YouTube. Notwithstanding their tiny team, comparatively speaking, they have been able to achieve a lot. So it's definitively rather impressive. So yeah, this is I think it's the most decentralized video sharing platform out there. So let's jump into the charts. This is weekly data points, long-term picture. Seems like we potentially have some kind of time cycles as well here. In that case, we are potentially part of a declining phase, but it is, however, at a very low level. The thing is that a declining phase, it has a much higher probability of playing itself out if the current holders of the given security have good reason to panic, and that is more likely to happen in these kinds of situations where you have had a huge run, and there's many reasons to keep your profits. But in this instance, since June of this year, we have seen a very, like if we measure here this rally, there's certainly been some strength, but it's been there's been so many pullbacks that I think that the psychology of the current holders is very different than what we had up here. But anyway, we are at a very, comparatively speaking, a low level. Definitively, the key thing that is offering pressure here is this blue 100-week moving average. It's a very, very clear resistance level. So that is keeping the bulls in check. As far as support goes, if we go here so here we have the daily data points. And in this instance, we do have a very interesting situation with this blue 100-day moving average. It's been a very key support level in the recent past. Boom, boom, nice bullish entry opportunity, and we are currently testing that very key moving average. What is offering resistance is this red 200-day moving average, which is another key moving average. So we are stuck here between a strong support level, but also a bit of a hefty resistance level. Then again, we are fighting the 200-day moving average at a comparatively low level. So I think that the bulls they should be able to pull this off. One of the reasons why this crypto is especially interesting is due to the massive innovation and success of Odyssey and more broadly LBRY. A lot of big creators have gone over to that platform, and so it is building momentum. And the thesis would then be, the bullish thesis, that is not currently reflected in the price here of this crypto. Looking here at these indicators, nothing really that jumps screaming at me. If we go here to the daily data points, we do have a message situation here with the MACD. As far as the PPOs goes, we are at a level vis-a-vis the 20-day moving average here in purple that has a tendency to be bought. It's there's some noise here in regards to the RSI and the PPO. There's a tendency for this RSI level to be bought, the current RSI level. Then again, we have been lower. So I think that the most interesting here from a technical standpoint is clearly this blue 100-day moving average. It's a very nice, clean stop level. If we were to lose it, clearly, then, there's reasons to, think that, the bears are going to go on a rampage. But if it continues to hold, and, it's currently holding, it's interesting. It just is. Looking here at, the correlations, we do have a 47% positive with the S&P 500, 70% positive with Bitcoin, and 44% positive with Ethereum, minus 58% with the dollar index. Looking short term, daily data points, 78% with S&P 500, 83% with Bitcoin, 87, 88-ish with Ethereum, and 63% positive with the dollar index. We unfortunately do not get seasonality data for LBRY, but we do get it for Bitcoin, and given that the correlation, it had the strongest long-term and short-term correlation with Bitcoin, I think that we can sort of look at Bitcoin to get a bit of a potential hint about what could happen to LBRY in terms of seasonality. So over the last 5 years, December has a tendency to be stronger than in November. Then January and February are strong. And if we look at the last 8 years, we do see seasonal weakening from October to December. However, when you look at the average gain for these months, you see that the average gain for November is 8.4%, but then for December it is 15%. So there is the potentiality for something interesting in December in regards to Bitcoin. So let's quickly look here at Bitcoin. Yeah, like that. So the problem is that, we became too ambitious, we ran up here and we formed a bit of a double topish pattern. That did result in a pullback. Then again, we are finding support at the blue 100-day moving average. It's the same moving average that we saw with LBRY. We are seeing a bounce today, so I think this is interesting. This is speculatively bullish, and we have a clear stop level. So yeah, I think that there's way more reasons to be bullish here than bearish, but we do want to respect that very, very clear technical stop level.